What's up, y'all? So this is questions and answers towards any questions y'all have about me being in jail, what happened in jail and whatnot. If you don't ask the questions, I'm not gonna answer nothing. That's how I'm rolling. So I'm just gonna wait on y'all to decide what questions y'all want to ask me, and we'll go from there. And if I have to, I may do a part 2 of this later on when people actually getting off of work. What we'll do, we'll go sit down in the front yard. Actually, I need to get me some water before I do that. Hey, y'all, hold y'all down for a minute. Let me go ahead and do this. Put y'all down for a minute. I'll be right back. Hold on. Very beautiful weather today.
It is gorgeous. It's getting warm.
What do we do?
Right over here.
What do we do?
Stop you. Huh, Cajun? What's up, little Cajun?
He's been coming when I call him. He comes from this side, the other side, in the back this morning over there. Let me know. He was lonesome for Brandon.
Yes, he was.
Yeah. Yes, he was lonesome. Brandon abandoned him.
Hey, Papa Lunas, I read your question, but I don't quite understand this. If you could reword that to where I can better understand it, that'd be cool.
What is it?
I'm actually live streaming, and if they have any questions about me, then I'm gonna answer it. What do you consider the most important thing you learned, if any, in jail? What do you consider the most important thing you learned, if any, in jail? Well,
Don't answer too many questions.
I'm going to answer these questions because these people bless me with finances. When people bless me with finances, Papa, I do what they ask me to do, Papa. This is my paycheck.
I bless you too with finances.
I know that.
Probably more than anybody.
But this is considered a job. It's called YouTube, and we get paid for it financially. So this is a second job, and unfortunately, I have to bow down to what my job tells me to do, which is a blessing. I love my people on here. These people have supported me. They're giving me money, finances in jail while I was incarcerated. They sent me letters. These people are like family to me, and I'm not going to reject them.
Yeah, I noticed that whenever your thing come up on my computer. I wanted that you talked about David clearing your computer.
I'm going to jump on that here in a minute.
Do that. Let's trade computers.
You want to trade computers?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to trade?
That's fine with me.
I'd like to be able to play the DVD.
Okay.
I've got some Bible studies that I'd like to play on.
Okay.
And and I never thought about it while you were gone. All I did was unplug your computer, and I never thought about taking it and playing the doodads.
Okay. Yeah, that's good because whenever I go back to work, I'm going to buy a better computer anyway
Oh yeah.
because I have to have a CD player too in the future
Oh well.
for whenever
You can keep that if you need it.
I don't need it right now, but I will need it by next year for sure. So that gives me enough time to make enough money to build that up.
What you gonna do?
Well, whenever I go to court, I have to forward request body cams and all that for evidence. That's all evidence that belongs to me is public records. And all they do is they give you CDs or DVDs or whatever to watch it. So that's whenever I need a DVD player.
So you're gonna be fighting the cops in a way.
It's not called fighting. I don't expect you to understand where I'm coming from because you're not walking in the same shoes as me.
I probably don't understand it much better than you do.
I don't know. The military tends to bow down to the government. The government don't even care about any one of y'all. That's why they don't pay you that good. Because the military is not fighting for our freedom no more. They're fighting for oil and greed. I don't appreciate my government using my military troops and wasting my tax dollars and yours and everyone else's to treat y'all like trash. Actually, every time I buy something, I pay taxes, and including in jail. Every time I buy something over there, they tax me 9% for non-food, for food items, and 4% for non-food. That's considered paying taxes.
And seeing your mind change like that, I knew how you feel. I really do. I've been seeing it, and it's not good.
Well, I'm not gonna reject you. I'm never gonna be disappointed in your decision. If you want to be disappointed in me, that's your fault. That's your loss. When parents and grandparents are always disappointed in their kin folks, it actually destroys people instead of building people up. So I'm just gonna say I'm proud of you, no matter what you do. But I refuse to bow down to disappointment. That's straight from the devil, from the pit of hell, and I don't appreciate that. And that's your opinion. That's your opinion, not mine. So, to get back to the question about what's one thing I learned in jail, and that's to encourage people instead of disencouraging people. When you disencourage people, it builds hatred and bitterness in people's hearts, and it builds failure in people's hearts. I'm proud of each and every one of y'all. I'm going to keep on being proud of each and every one of y'all because, the Bible says to love people where they're at, not to hate people, not to try to control people into doing what you want them to do. It's not about me, y'all. It's about my Lord and Savior. I am a Christian. I'm going to back my Christianity up. I'm not going to be flicking the cops off no more. I'm not going to be cursing the cops off no more. I am a changed man, and I'm going to prove it. Never be disappointed in your children, y'all. Never. You're not going to like the outcome if you do. That's not cool. Never reject your kids. Always support your kids 100%. And you will never lose your children. People that are always disappointed in their children will lose their children in the end. That's a proven fact. I've seen so many people in jail being rejected and this and that by their parents and grandparents and aunts and uncles and cousins and everything else. That's not cool. A lot of people claim Christianity in this world, but all they do is reject their family because they've been rejected by their own parents as well, and it's it's a bad curse, y'all. When people been rejected all their life, they start to reject their people too. Not cool. Not cool. Um, I'm not gonna put up with all this rejection in this country and in this world. I don't. People need to stop the rejection. It needs to stop. Um, I'm gonna continue to be proud of my family, 100%. No matter what choices they make, whether they want to abandon me, reject me, and everything else, I'm not gonna be like them. I'm not gonna be like them. And I'm proud of you, brother Steven. I'm proud of you, William McCall, and I won't be able to list all of y'all, but I'm proud of each and every one of y'all. No matter what decisions you make, what you want to do in your life, it's your life. I can't control you or any one of y'all. The problem in this country is parents want to control their kids. They want to be the boss. They want to run the show. And because of what they do, they lose their children in the end result. But that's one of the things. I hope I don't say it wrong, but Raka or Rika, the hopeful volunteers. My kids are sport riding. Sometimes that's a good thing, and sometimes it's not a good thing. No, the Bible's not causing more harm than that's not the case. People make the Bible look bad, but the Bible is not doing bad. It's actually doing a lot of good. I'm proud of you no matter what you say. I'm not gonna bash you for your freedom of speech. That's not who I am. But I will pray to my God because He is not fake. He is actually an amazing God. Hey, Florida, as long as it's just a freedom of speech, they could say whatever they gotta say. Because I'm just gonna counteract that. I'm going to knock it down the best I know how. And you're definitely right. I don't have to defend my belief. You're completely right. Um, you know, I actually encouraged a person that was coming down from heroin and meth. I encouraged that man when he needed my help. I was there for him. That was in the first floor, Pod A, and I will be writing to that man. There was another guy that I actually encouraged. For a little bit there, I was actually what is that thing called? I was actually josing on him pretty bad for what he was doing, and then my guy put a check in my spirit and told me to start acting like a Christian, like the devil. So That's a good point. PNP News, negativity has to have someone to listen to it to be effective. If it is ignored, it has no power. Well, that's some good wisdom, PNP. Thank you for that wisdom. I don't believe in any gods and their servants preach hate. Um, well, you know, like I said, a lot of people that claim to be Christians are actually making the Bible look bad by their own choice, because they are selfish, and it's all about them. Um, I know quite a bit of Christians that actually make the Bible look magnificent, and awesome. So that's your belief system, and that's cool. You're more than welcome to comment your belief system on my page, because you actually help finance my YouTube channel. So I'm cool with that. Um, well, just because my government says something doesn't make it right to actually do it. Just saying. Well, when we was lost, and not, when I was lost, I was a slave to my government. But now that I'm found, I don't have to be a slave to the government. Well, William, that's a good question. Cajun, did you get any others in prison to think about holding the police accountable? Yes. There was a one person for sure, and I had quite a supporter of my YouTube channel yet, but they do support what I do. I actually found a few good officers in the jail. One of them is named Kevin Boudreaux, and another one. All right, Vab. Appreciate you stopping in for a split second. I may do a live video later on, part 2 of this. So just well, we'll see what happens. Oh, Florida Hillbilly's father was a minister. Wow, that's pretty cool. And grandfather. What? That's what's up. Alright, later, PMP. And be safe, brother. And give me a call anytime. So, yeah, so now, one of the things, and unfortunately I don't have the phone number, so what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to make a part 2 to this, because I want a call flood to go down, about something, so I won't get into that right now. I'll just do a part 2, that way more people can come on and ask their questions or whatever. Another thing, y'all, that I'm learning to do is to forgive people and what they do to me. When people do us wrong, all we gotta do is a simple knocks down a lot of angry people. And one of the things that I found out in jail is just saying, I'm proud of you. That shocks people right there. That literally shocks people. It literally stops them from talking down on me. It stops them from making threats to me and everything else. It's pretty neat. Pretty neat stuff. And God is an awesome God. Well, there's a difference between religious and someone that actually um, has Jesus in their life. Believe it or not, the Quran Bible actually, if you read the Quran Bible, it actually points people to Christ. People misinterpret the Quran Bible, and is it still is it still have? Are y'all still having buffering problems? Um, no, religious people are spiritually dead. People that have a relationship actually alive, and you can see that in people. All right, later, Wendy, Miss Wendy. I went to a an express kind of like it's with the motors of vehicle for tags. I guess they sell license plate tags or something. I'm not 100% sure on what they do. But they sell tags, some sort of tags. Um, and now I'm just doing answers. I'm in questions and answers. If y'all have any questions about what happened in jail while I was in there, or whatever the questions may be, just ask the questions and I will freely answer them to the best of my knowledge or whatever I can share with y'all. Um, Believe it or not, William, a lot of people actually listen to what I had to say about the law enforcement and what I did and stuff like that. I was actually kind of impressed, and then there was a few people that um was just a douchebag, which is common sense to them because they don't understand where